Again, welcome everybody. Welcome to our travel Zoom on this evening. Go ahead and let everybody know we are getting ready to start in 4 minutes. So they want to go ahead and hop on. We will not be repeating ourselves tonight, but this will be recorded. So we will send them out to y'all, but it's nothing like seeing this information live and get your questions answered on the Zoom. Okay. Super excited about tonight. We got some great stuff that we're going to go over with y'all. So we are definitely excited about that. Okay, let's see here. If I have any DITs or directors on, if you could raise your hand at this time so I can co-host you so that you can help monitor the Zoom for us, that would be amazing as well. And we're gonna be getting started in about 3 minutes. 3 minutes, we're gonna be getting started, y'all. Good evening, good evening. I see more people are trickling on in. That's awesome. We will be getting started in about 2 minutes. So go ahead and make sure you got your notebook. Make sure y'all got your notebooks ready and write down your questions as we go along. We will be answering questions at the end. So we do want to make sure that y'all know that so that you can write your questions down and get your questions answered at the end, okay? We're going to go just like this, getting y'all this information so that y'all can have it so that we do not hold y'all too long tonight, okay? Again, we got 2 minutes, about 2 minutes before we get started. So go ahead and let your people know that registered for the Zoom, that we are live, we are on, for them to encourage them to hop on the live so that they can get the information as well. Thank y'all so much for being here. If you are a DIT or director, please raise your hand so I can co-host you so that we can have more people monitoring the Zoom. That will be amazing. One more minute. DITs, directors, if y'all can raise your hands to help with co-hosting, that'll be great. If you are on the line, I think we got a good bit. We might be okay. All right, I see Shonda. Hello, everyone. Hello. All right, y'all. It is 7:30 on the dot. We're going to go ahead and get this party started. And the first person I'm going to bring up is Mrs. Tamara Lewis. Some of y'all may know her. She's actually my first business partner in this opportunity. And she's been with me since day one. Okay. So super excited to get her on here because she is definitely a pro when it comes to booking this travel, y'all. She's out here booking all crazy, like, okay. And she's a luxury specialist. She's also a vacation builder, dream maker. Not only that, y'all, she is definitely working on that ambassador in training as well. And she also specializes in weddings, y'all. So definitely, she booked everything, but she specializes in weddings. But I wanted to make sure I did put that out there. So Miss Tamara Lewis, are you on the line?
I am. Can you hear me? I want to make sure I've been playing with my connection.
Hear and see you loud and clear. Go right on ahead.
Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for that great introduction. Hello, everyone. I'm super excited to be here. I know that we are on a crunch as far as making sure you guys get this amazing information. So I'm not going to go ahead and run my mouth like I normally do. I'm going to get straight to it and make sure you guys get this information. So today I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up a presentation. I want to make sure you guys can see this. So let me go ahead and put it at full screen. Hold on 1 second. Come on. All right. If you guys can, I cannot see the comment box. So please let me know if you cannot see this. If someone can come off, and let me know if it's not showing.
I can see it on my end. Y'all put a 1 in the chat if you can see her screen. Put a 1 in the chat for us. Got lots of ones here. You good to go?
Okay, perfect. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna turn my camera off so that way you guys can see me better. That might help. Hear me better, excuse me, because I'm being told that you guys can't fully see me. So hold on 1 second. I mean, hear me, excuse me. Okay, let's do that. All right. Let's see. Okay, so what we are talking about today is understanding clients. Now, a lot of times, I know this may sound kind of broad, but you want to make sure that you fully understand what your client is looking for so that you can make sure that your client actually qualifies for what you are offering. I know that may sound weird. A lot of times people think that you have to take the client and you do not, because you want to make sure that the client fits what you are offering, just like they're trying to make sure that you are fitting what they are looking for. So what we're going to talk about today as far as understanding the client here are the questions to ask. As far as we're going to speak about the front line, knowing the upfront basic questions to ask, knowing your client as far as your client's needs or travel limitations, also extra inquiries as far as what they like, prefer, may need in reference to their getaway. And then of course the big one, are they deposit ready? All right, so let's jump straight into it. Let's see. All right, so the front line, again, this is knowing the basic upfront questions. So of course, IntelliTravel provides us with a great customer information form that provides us with the opportunity to send our clients a form. You can either make this electronic. I know I use TravelJoy and I have taken basically a lot of this information and moved it over there. I also was using Google Doc at one time. I also was using, let me see, I can't think of the other job form as well for a long time with this, which you can copy over into. Now, this basic form asks, of course, your client's name, date of birth, their email address, their address. What are they looking for in airfare? What are they looking for in the type of vacation they want, hotel, cruises, rental cars, all of those type of things, especially the dates and the location of where they're trying to go. And the most important, their budget. So this asks all the basic questions. Now, just like the screen says, you want to be sure to confirm what your client fills out when they fill out this form. And basically that means read it back to them, kind of go over it with them once you receive it, just to make sure that they understood the questions. And the reason that I say that, sometimes there are incidents where a person may be filling something out, but they didn't really fully understand what it was asking. So you want to make sure that they fully understood, because you may read it back to them and they be like, oh, no. It's just adults, not kids and adults. I didn't understand that, just as an example. Another thing is you want to know your client's need as far as if they need assistance. Prime example, I just finished a cruise, and this cruise had a lot of 50 and older, and some people were even in their 70s and 80s. And I'm going to tell you, Those clients were like, sweetheart, we don't know nothing electronic. We don't know anything as far as sending emails, this and third. Can we have a piece of paper? So I ended up actually having to create a form because it was a cruise where they can fill out all their information that I would typically get just by sending them a link. You want to make sure that your client feels comfortable and that they can use your services. You will be amazed at how many people be like, never mind, forget it, if they feel like they're limited as far as being able to actually get something done. So keep that in mind as well, knowing your client and knowing how to assist them when it comes to getting the information you need. So now let's jump a little deeper into that, knowing your client, knowing your client's limitations. Okay, guys, this is a big one. So what I mean by limitations, you want to know if your client has any disabilities. You want to know if they have any food allergies, maybe even just like a bee allergy, a can't be in the sun too long, or allergic to dust, mice, like any of these type of things. And you want to know how crucial it is and so forth, because when you're setting up their booking, you want to make sure that they feel that they are accommodated to, that they are taken care of. For instance, you get someone and let's say they happen to be in a boot and you didn't know that. So now they're trying to basically enjoy their vacation, but there's nothing really there to help them enjoy their vacation as far as ramps, as far as making sure their room has maybe bars in it, or, just making it handicap accessible. I really hate saying handicap, but that's kind of what it is right now as far as in order to explain what I'm trying to say. So you want to know, is anybody going to need any type of extra assistant, maybe even at the airport? Because of course, when we're filling out these booking packages and they're going to fly, it does ask, will anybody need assistance? You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that they know from the start of their vacation, meaning getting there, that they are already being taken care of, that they are already being, just well all the way around, even down to the food, any type of bees. Like, listen, if your client's like, hey, I'm highly allergic to bees, you want to make sure that you research this. You want to know, okay, they're asking to go to Costa Rica. What type of bees are over there? Is there a lot of bees? Is this something they need to be concerned about? Do we need to let them know, hey, this is the situation as far as that, if you still want to go? I would make sure that you have the medicines and things that you need in order to ensure that this is taken care of, if you're still willing to take that chance. Now, with that part, I will say, I don't know for sure if this will cover anything, but this is just something I like to do. I like to make sure that I send off something where they sign it back via link, stating that they are aware of the things that I advised and that I did confirm to them that this is the situation. So that way it's nothing like anybody can try to come back and say in any shape or form that they weren't aware, that I didn't tell them, etc., just to cover myself. And the last one, a background check. Okay, limitations, background check. How does that go? Prime example, I just had a group. It was a female. Her grandparents were setting up this big 21st birthday party for her. They were going to Cancun. Oh my goodness, we had about 6, 7 rooms. Now it's time. I mean, the grandparents is ready to book for everybody. Well, they call me after they say, okay, we're just going to make sure everybody's still good to go. I'm going to call you tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and get everything booked. Well, they call me tomorrow, and guess what? 3 out of this large group, unfortunately, cannot get a passport because of their background. This is very, very important to know, because now that those 3 people can't go, the birthday girl's like, okay, we're changing the trip. So this is going to help you to make sure that everyone is accommodated. Make sure, we don't want to assume that everyone knows they need a passport for certain places. You don't want to assume that people know that, hey, even though you have a background, you can't go over here or there. These are very important to ask. Now, you may be like, how do I ask? Do I just say, hey, anybody a felon or anything? No. You don't have to ask like that. You can say, is there anybody in your group that would have any type of federal or legal restrictions in reference to traveling? Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the next thing. So, extra inquiries. What do they like/prefer to have to do on their getaway? So let's take a look. Why is this important? You want to make sure that you're asking extra questions. And what I mean by that is, just like it says, what are they okay with? What are they not okay with? Some people may say, okay, I'm looking and I'm better with, let's say a cruise, for instance. I prefer really a ocean view, but I'm okay with the interior because, to be honest, we probably really won't be in there like that. We're going to be exploring. Okay. Or, we may say it's absolutely a must that I have a suite and I'm on deck 14. You want to make sure you know these things because this is going to help enhance their trip. This is going to enhance their experience, which is also going to make them come back to you because they're going to feel like you hit everything on their list. It was an amazing time, etc. You want to also know, okay, I hear what you're saying. You are absolutely wanting this, right? But are there any substitutes available? And what I mean by that, okay, if for any reason all of the suites are taken, would this be okay to go this route? You want to ask these questions so that way. I don't know. Can you guys hear me okay? I just heard some noise. I just want to make sure.
Yes, we muted the person that came off mute. You can go.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so you want to make sure that everyone is basically assisted, they're set up, they have everything they want. And sometimes, to be honest with you, by asking these extra inquiries, you may start ringing things in their head that they didn't even think about, that they're like, you know what? Yeah, I do want this. I do want that. I don't want this. Which then leads me to my last pointer as far as, are there any deal breakers? Let's be honest. All of us have something that we are like, if I can't have this, I'm not going. If they do this, I'm definitely not going. So these are extra inquiries that you want to make sure that you inquire. So this allows you to get to know your client better. This allows you to meet their expectation or exceed it. And this also allows you to know, do you have the capacity or the information or whatever you need to make sure that this client can be taken care of? Or if this client is basically a good fit for what you're offering, because you may only do certain specialties. But this is all something, again, you want to look at and think about. The next thing, and our last point, deposits. Are they actually ready to book or just seeking information? Let me explain why this is so important. You want to know if your client is actually ready to book or if your client is just looking for information, because this is going to speak about what you are doing. Whether you're just looking up information, going above and beyond, and then they're like, okay, thanks, I really appreciate it. I'll get back to you next year when we're ready, or, anything like that. Now, for those who have already known, I took this from many of our trainings by the amazing Keita Mason, who says, listen, deposit ready verbiage is absolutely everything. And I'm going to tell you guys, she is absolutely right, because if you know your client, this is all a part of knowing your client. You need to know if your client is coming to you for information or if they're coming to you because they are ready to book. And as Keita said, you want to pay attention to the words that they are saying during those conversations, as, oh, I want to go to Jamaica, or girl, I'm ready to go right now. I got my money. How do I book? There is a big difference. The excitement is still there, but one lets you know that they're thinking about it. So you want to continue to be on them, send them information, so that way when they're ready, they know to come to you. And the other one says, okay, they ready to go right now. Let's get them booked. Okay. So just for those, if you do get that, I wanted to go ahead and make sure to share this, because again, this is part of knowing your client. This is the deposit ready verbiage that is sweared by. And again, this is all in Keita's verbiage. She has shared this in Divine Dynasty as well. But it says basically, thank you for considering, and then of course it'll say your business name, for your upcoming travel needs. Due to strict contracts that we have with our vendors, I can only hold quote prices for no more than 24 hours. Our normal deposits range from $50 to $245 per person. What day/date do you think you or your group will be able to place the deposit to secure your trip, as long as it is more than 45 days from departure? This is absolutely amazing verbiage. I use it, again, like I said, every single she gave it, because it lets your client know that I need you to be ready to book. I need it to be, as long as you can make a deposit, as long as it's within that window of more than 45 days, because a lot will be like, girl, I'm trying to go out of town next month. Okay, not only do I need you to be deposit ready, but basically full trip ready, because you're gonna have to book all of that. So this is all things that you want to think about and just look into when it comes to knowing your client. I hope I didn't go too fast for anybody. I do kind of talk fast again. But again, at the end, we will have questions. So please write down your questions if you have any inquiries or any examples that you want assistance with, because this right here is the end of our first session as far as knowing your clients. Thank you guys so much for your attention. So at this time, I will also be passing on our information, this amazing travel Zoom, I apologize, guys, to none other than Miss Monique Burns, who is not only a wife, she is a mother of 2 boys. She works part-time, but honey, listen, that don't mean nothing, because she is a vacation builder, a luxury travel specialist, a Jamaican specialist, a cruise specialist, and a family travel specialist. She absolutely loves helping people to explore the world, and that doesn't just mean her clients, that means her business partners as well. So Monique, if you are on here, honey, let's go ahead and jump in and give these people some more great information. Are you available?
Hey, sis, I hear you.
Perfect, perfect. I'm going to stop sharing over.
Okay. All right, y'all. So today I'm going to show y'all um, some flight hacks, and I actually learned these from our amazing Keita Mason from Divine Dynasty. And I tell y'all, if she is ever doing any kind of Zoom information, definitely sign up, hop on, because she's always giving amazing gems that help us a lot. Hold on. But so we're the one of the things that she was talking about with the flight hacks was that you want to know, of course, where your people are flying from and where they're flying to. And a great flight hack is knowing where the hubs are. So I'm going to share my screen. I do not have a PowerPoint, so bear with me, y'all. Change my screen. Okay. Okay, can y'all see my screen? It should say something about Delta.
Yes.
Okay. So big thing is knowing your hubs. And your hubs are basically the major places that the airline will be flying out of. For instance, for Delta, they have several hubs. Their main hub, of course, being in Atlanta. That is their southeast one. It is also their gateway to the Caribbean and Latin America. They have Boston, New York, LA, and New York as well. So these places get you to many different places. As y'all see, these are major cities. American Airline as well. They have their air hubs. Their major hub is in Dallas, Fort Worth. Um, their other one, big hub is in Charlotte, North Carolina. Their Midwest is in Chicago. So knowing these information, it'll kind of help you to find out where you can find better prices for your clients as far as the flights. Because when we're putting these packages together, the most expensive thing most of the time is the flights on here. So if we could get the prices down on the flights, it helps with the whole the package in whole for them. So that and that is the one for Southwest, which is Denver. Okay. So I know some other information to write down is the best days to travel. I have Tuesday and Friday for domestic to be leaving out and possibly coming about back, and Wednesday and Saturday for international. And they say that, usually we travel Sunday to Monday, but those are usually the higher times now, because a lot of people will be leaving to come back home on Sunday or leaving out on Monday, or and sometimes also Fridays as well. So I'm going to show y'all the flight hack that Kita showed us. So when we're looking for flights, I use Google Flights. So that will be flights.google.com. And I will go in there, and I kind of already pulled up a flight, but I'm gonna go back out. But I will go in there to find my flight. So say for instance, my clients are going to try to go to, yeah, it went all the way out, y'all, sorry. Okay. Say for instance, my clients are going to Jamaica. I live in Columbia, South Carolina. So flying out of Columbia is a small airport. It is not a major airport right here. So I get better pricings if I fly out of Charlotte or Atlanta, which is 2 hours away. Charlotte is an hour away. So um, let's say they want to go from Charlotte to, um, we're gonna go on ahead to Jamaica and do the one that I said. Okay. I'm gonna pick some dates on here. And try to put it further enough out for it. Back to, so I look on here for the flights because Google gives you a variety of airlines. It's not only going to give you Delta, it's going to give you American Airlines, Spirit. I want to say it do Frontier, and I think they just added Southwest to it as well. So you get to see several different airlines. I actually did this for one person. Okay, usually it comes up different. Okay, it's gonna come up that way. So I did this for one person, but I could change it so you can see for two people. So say for instance, I do have some clients that are going to Jamaica around this time, and they want to leave from Charlotte. As you can see now, the prices of where it is, the major airport for Jamaica is Montego Bay. So that's looking about the lowest pricing is about $577 per person. And then you can see the airlines right here. I wonder why it looks like that. It usually brings up a list instead of just the map. I'm trying
Change
to
it
get y'all
to
the list.
Montego Bay instead of Jamaica and see what that does for you.
Okay. There you go. That's what I was looking for. All right. So as y'all can see, it's a whole list of departing flights, and it's got mostly American, but if you keep going, you see that there's different airlines. So if your client has a preference for a certain airline, like Delta, you could see what the prices is for that. Or if they don't have a preference, you could see what is the lowest cost for them. And at this point, we see it is American Airlines, and it's actually a nonstop. So what we will do with this information is, now that you have kind of the flight that you know that you want to use, you will go take this and go start looking up your packages. He'd always say to have kind of three major places that you're looking for your prices to compare. One of mine would be Vacation Express. And then the other one will be American AA Vacations. We also do have Delta Vacations as well, but I do not have Delta yet. I'm trying to log into both of them. Okay, for the sake of time, I'm gonna just do Vacation Express. If it keeps me log in. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so with that information that we have from Google that I closed, nope, I didn't. Okay, so we're gonna take that information. We could see the date that is leaving. We could see the flight. We could select this, and we could even look for a returning flight. I definitely don't do anything that's +1, because that means that they're going to extend for another day. But this is a nonstop right here. We're going to go with this one. So one was for 7 and one is like 350. Okay. So take this information, say the same thing, that they're leaving from Charlotte, Charleston. They're going to Jamaica for the dates of the 19th. To the, I want to say it was the 22nd. Let's go back. Yes, 22nd. So we're going to take that price and we're going to look at that to compare it. And budget is another thing that helps qualify our clients. So knowing the budget of what they want to stay within, or they don't want to go over is what we're looking for. So let's say my client said that their budget for this is about 1,500 for 2 people. So we seem to be pricing wait, for this, and now this was only for one person. So for 2 people, this would be about 1,000. So we go find something within that. This with Vacation Express includes the airlines. Um, the airline is a little different with the times. But I think my internet's acting up. But we picked something within their price range. Um, doing that with the Google flights, either on Vacation Express or AA Vacation, since we do have American Airlines. If you were looking for a Delta flight, you would do Delta Vacations. I don't think it's going to allow me to actually go in here and do it to see a package. But you could see it's from 1,500 for here or 14 here, and that is including the airline, and it is still American Airlines. So we kind of figured out what that price range is to make sure that we're not going over their budget and making sure we include most of the things that they want. When you're dealing with people from a hub area, know what is the price that is too high. I know she said for her, because Kita lives in Virginia, she said 600 is too high. I think this is also the same for people that live in the Miami area, because these hubs they're major for flights and going to the Caribbean and everything. So their flights are really low. I'm gonna get off of that. The last thing that I'm going to show y'all other than that, because it's not going to let me go into this package thing. Oh, for some odd reason, but she did show me another hack just in case. Sometimes we people do not book flights. Some of our agents do not book flights. They just rather do not deal with it. But there are some hacks as far as that. If you've ever heard of the penny sales or the unicorn flights that are usually like $21 one way with Spirit or Frontier. I think they're doing like a $39 one. You can go to the client can go to the counter, like go to the airport, go to the counter, and the pricing that they see on the Google, that you see for them on Google Flights or that they could see on Spirit, they could actually get a little better on here. So we're gonna go Charlotte to Vegas, and I'm gonna just show y'all Vegas. Wait, hold on. They both timed out. If you go through the whole process of going through this and everything, I did have it up, but it kind of timed out on me. This one might be quicker. So for Frontier, the thing that they could take off, it will be called a carrier imposed fee. And it's usually like from $7 upwards to probably like 20 something dollars that they can take off. So we're just gonna put in some kind of date so y'all could just see what it looks like when you're searching on there. Spirit, you have to go through a lot of stuff. You have to tell it no to get all the way through it, and then it will be the passenger usage charge. The passenger usage charge on Spirit. That is the extra fee that they're charging you because you're online, basically. But if you go to the counter, that could be $7 to $30 that you can get taken off. Like I said, either for you or the client. Some people refer their clients to go get it themselves. And Kita said only for her VIP clients do she do this for her VIP clients, that they send her the money and she'll go pay that for them. I don't think that's going to show me either. I'm going to just send some screenshots and make sure it's in the group for us, because I do not want to take up any more time. But that was basically the flight hacks for us that helps you kind of, like I said, put together those packages. And I'm going to go
Hey
on ahead.
Monique, before you
Yes.
transfer, can you, since you was having some technical issues, can you just kind of tell them what they need to do in order for them to get the best flight for a client? So they need to go to Google Flights first. And
Yes.
then
Yeah. Start your search on Google Flights. That way you can find out what airline has the best flight for your client. And from there, if you, like I said, if it's American Airlines, the best place will probably be AA Vacations, or you can do Vacation Express. You can already see the date and the time for the flight for that. And then if it's a Delta flight, you could do Delta Vacations to compare it. But I go on here and I just search, when they're leaving out, where they're leaving from and where they're going, to find the flight first before I put the whole package together. Okay. And you can do it through VATS as well. VATS is another one that has the flights as well. But without further ado, I'm going to go on ahead and pass it to Miss Kiera. And she's going to help y'all further upgrade your clients with the excursions and show y'all how y'all could get a little more commission with Viator. She has a master's degree. She is a social worker, and she is also working this business part-time, but that do not stop her. She is 2020. She is a DIT in training that has access to $118 residually. She makes 100K in travel sales, and she has a passion for helping people. So, Kiera, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me and can you see me? Oh, excuse me. Can you hear me and can you see me now?
I do.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, what is going on, you guys? And happy Wednesday, y'all. Before I get into my portion, y'all, let's drop some flames in the chat box for these amazing ladies, you guys. We had one lady show y'all how to understand your client. We had another young lady show you how to get them travel hacks, some flight hacks. We can always use some deal on those hacks, on those flights, right? Because flights are so expensive right now, you guys. So first and foremost, thank you so much, Miss Monique, for that gracious introduction, you guys. I think she said a little bit about herself earlier, but just a slight reminder, you guys. Miss Monique is a wife and a mother of 2 boys. She is working this business on a part-time basis as well. She's a vacation builder, a luxury traveler, and she specializes in Jamaica cruises and family travel. So best believe, honey knows how to get to that bag. And she also, just like myself, has a true passion for helping people explore the world. Now, you guys, y'all heard some good stuff, but we about to get into some really good stuff. Now, I'm about to show y'all where the sleep money comes in with the travel side of your business. And that for me is the excursions. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you guys, and we are gonna get this thing rocking and rolling. So one thing about excursions, you guys, is you can always book it at any time, you guys. Viator is literally my go-to. So if you have not registered for Viator just yet, this is your sign to register for Viator, you guys. Really short, sweet, and simple way to sign up. You give them your information, you let them know that you're with IntelliTravel, and boom, you are good. So drop some ones in the chat box for me as well. Make sure everybody can see my screen because I don't want y'all to miss none of this information. Let's see, let's see. All right, we got some ones, y'all. So we are good to go. So of course, if you haven't signed up, y'all, here's where you sign up. But for the people like me, we are going to sign in. Now, you guys, again, Viator is where you find all of your excursions. And one of the things that I truly love about Viator is you don't have to do much work. The beauty of sending out your link, you guys, and not having to do anything else is absolutely amazing. And it's literally right here. So one of the things you can do with this is you guys simply just share your link. But let's say you want to go a little further than that. You want to actually pull out some excursions. So let's say, y'all, we are back in Jamaica. Let's get some examples going. We are looking for some Jamaica day trips. We're going to keep the dates there. And bam, things are going to pull up. You guys, there are so many options for you to explore and for you to share with your clients, you guys. And you can customize it to whatever you're looking for specifically. You can customize it by the operators, by the categories, by the time of day, by the duration, anything you guys desire, or even your clients desire. Because of course, y'all got that customer form filled out, so you already know what they're looking for. And everything is right there. Now, you guys, you also have the chance, so you can either select it and you can book it for your clients, or you can also click this share to link and you can send it to them and they can book it themselves. So you guys, that is where that sleep money comes, because as long as they have that link, they can book it directly through you and that money is coming. But of course, when you are booking with Viator, you guys, just make sure you are registered in your back office. I don't think that was mentioned, but make sure you are registering all of these things in your back office. But y'all, it's that simple. You send that link and they either book it for themselves or you book it for them. You guys, another thing that I wanted to talk about is the commission. You guys, we get 13% on all of these commissions. So yes, you definitely want to make sure that you are sending these out to your clients. Not only that, you guys, another thing I want to mention to you guys is, as you see in this top right here, you have the chance to reserve your excursions now or pay later. So you can honestly book this for your clients and they can pay closer to their travel dates. Not only that, you guys, you can have the chance to split up payments however you desire. You can add, you can edit, all of those things, you guys. So it is all right there at your fingertips, you guys. And again, as you're just continuing to scroll, you can also be more specific when you're sending out things. You can send out a generic link. If you wanted to send all the Jamaica day trips, then you can click share with your client and you can send them abundance of things. But you guys, be sure you are keeping it as detailed as possible. Another thing I love to mention, or I love about excursions, you guys, is you can still book your excursions for your clients, even though they may already have that flight booked, even though they may already have that hotel booked, or even though they don't need nothing else, you guys. Excursions are always going to be booked. And if they don't book it through you, then they are going to book it once they get to to the resort. And 9 times out of 10, the people at the resorts or at that destination, they are gonna skyrocket those prices. And I know we're not supposed to be answering questions, but that is a really good point to pin out. Will transportation be included? So in a lot of the details, you guys, they will say that transportation is included or it's not included. So that's another thing that you can discuss with your clients. So if you scroll down, it'll tell you exactly what's included in that tour. Guided tour bus, and this is just an example, you guys. Transportation via bus. So yes, transportation is included. Some offer hotel pickup, some offer hotel drop off. They offer a stop, unlimited drinks, open bar. That's a great selling point. They offer snorkeling equipment. So it is truly up to you, you guys. They also give you what to expect when it comes to these excursions. One of the things about Viator is that they have everything laid down to the T. They give you your entire itinerary, basically, of what's to come with your booking, you guys, additional information. They even give you your cancellation policy, you guys. You can cancel, and for this one in particular, you can cancel to up to 24 hours in advance for the experience for a full refund. So again, you guys, amazing things to upsell your Viator and to sell to your clients. They even show you different client photos of people who've enjoyed themselves. Another thing, you guys, that I truly love about Viator is you can also see the customer reviews for yourself. So now you know the ones that are really good to recommend, and you also know the ones that may not be the best. Also keep in mind, you guys, if it's a high selling excursion, y'all, it's going to say likely to sell out. So if you see that one, I'm trying to see if I can find an example. But you guys, if you see that, best believe you want to have your clients book as soon as possible. Another thing Viator offer you guys is they offer hotel transportation. So let's say you did book that hotel and it did not come with the transportation to and from the airport. Can I tell you guys, Viator offers that as well? Montego Bay Hotel Private Transfer. All you have to do is type in hotel transfer and the destination that you are looking for, you guys. So a tip that I like to do when I'm trying to sell my excursions, you guys, is after I've booked their hotel and after we've gotten their flight taken care of, I say, hey, have you guys booked your excursions? If not, I would love to help you. I send that email out immediately after that down deposit is made for their hotel. And the second they say yes, I'm sending at least 3 to 5 different excursions that they can choose from, so they can pick for their group. And best believe, it is definitely worth the extra work. Now, you guys, Viator is not the only excursion thing that you can, excursion vendor that you can use when booking for clients. I also wanted to show you guys something like Vacation Express, where it's a very common site that we use, you guys, but a lot of these vendors have built-in excursions already. So again, this is already a pre-selected hotel. Temptation Cancun, I've already have their dates put together. They've had their room chosen, you guys. And if you just scroll to the bottom, there's a bunch of excursions for them to do right here that you can offer to your clients for you to upsell them. You guys, and the beauty of this is, of course, the more money that they spend, the more commission that comes into your pocket. So whether you're adding that vacation package or you're adding extra tours on there, you always want to upsell them with something. And one of the things I love about this website, you guys, in particular, is you can get a detailed description of what they have to offer as well. It also tells you your meeting point. And 9 times out of 10, transportation will be provided for this one. It'll have your tour duration, about 12 hours. So that's a long one. So be sure they are ready. It tells you what's not included, what is included, activity level, if it's wheelchair accessible, recommendations, and additional information that you may need to have. So you guys, that's pretty much it when it comes to those excursions. Again, the easiest way, in my opinion, to make money off of your travel business, because you are simply just sending a link and they can either do it themselves or you can do it for them, you guys. Also, the more money that you, the more times you send out that link, 9 times out of 10, the more people will use it. Because also a little tip that we've learned, when you do send out your link to other people, then it's pretty much saved into their search engine for at least the next 30 days. So anytime they was to go on Viator.com, best believe they're going to see the Viator and they're going to say Kiara H. It doesn't say it right now, but it'll say your travel agent is, and then it'll be your name. So y'all, that is it. That is just a really short, simple, sweet way to make money in your sleep. When it comes to the travel side of this business, I won't hold y'all for too long, but what I am going to do now is remove myself out of the way. And I'm actually going to bring to the forefront my right hand in this travel industry, you guys, Miss Mia Thomas. She is also a director in training within this company, well on her way to hitting 1-star director, working this business full time. Actually, you guys, she gave up her corporate salary job to work this business full time, hailing out of that Memphis, Tennessee area. Miss Mia Thomas, do I have you on the line, sis?
Mic check 1, 2. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Take it away.
All right, perfect, perfect. Thank you, Kiki, my partner in crime. Absolutely. So guys, today you all are going to learn about Uplift. If you have never, ever used Uplift, I want you to put a 5 in the chat box. If you've never used it or don't even have a clue of what that is, put a 5 in the chat box. Okay, I see. Oh, okay, the 5s are coming. All right. So I want y'all to pay attention, take some notes. I'm actually going to do a live demonstration and I'm going to show you what to expect. So essentially, Uplift is a payment plan for vacation. It's like your Klarna, your Affirm, that type of thing. One of the biggest things is it is a soft credit pull. I promise you, it's a soft credit pull. So it does not hurt your client's credit, but they do have to be approved for it, right? When should you use this? So we talked about identifying your client, getting to know your client, all of those different things. So let's just say your client's budget, Monique talked about, I think it was $1,500 per person, right? So their budget is $3,000. But let's just say when they came to you, what they really wanted to spend was more like $2,500. But the true ideal trip that they wanted was more like $3,000, and they just didn't have the extra $500. Guess what you can do with that $500? You can put it on Uplift. So you can use it to upsell. Excuse me, I'm getting over being sick, so bear with me. The benefit of it is it allows them to pay for their trip past their trip. So one important thing, payment plans with companies like Vax, Vacation Express, your client, that's why they have to have more than 45 days out, because they have to be paid before they depart. With Uplift, they're allowed to pay it past their departure, right? So they have a financing that happens with Uplift, and it will tell them either 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, and they will pay to Uplift. Here's another benefit of Uplift. It is paid in full if you're financing for the whole amount. So you're going to use that credit card, and I'm going to show you what that means in just a minute. To secure it, you don't have to handle any payments going forward for that amount. All payments from the client for this trip will go to Uplift only. So once you're done, your trip is paid for in full if they finance the whole thing, right? So soft credit pull, there are a couple of states that they do not qualify, but I'm not going to get into that because you do have to be certified. So I'm going to share my screen. And first, if you go to your IntelliTravel back office, under book travel, preferred partners, and we're going to go to click here for instructions, and we're going to scroll all the way down to you. This is in alphabetical order. This is Uplift. And it tells you to register with Uplift. Just take the Uplift certification with this link. So you're going to literally click on that link. You're going to say whatever your language is. And you are going to take your certification right here. You're going to literally click, let's get started. It's a video. Frequently asked questions are here. Training videos are here. Training materials are here. Marketing materials to place on your website or on your social media to let people know that you are qualified to finance their travel. You can use it for that. So make sure you are going through this channel to be certified. Taking the trainings is different than being certified. You have to go through the certified area. Once you do that, I should have asked y'all, can y'all see my screen? Can y'all see my screen? Because am I sharing my screen? Yeah, I am. Okay, I had to make sure. So once you do that, they are going to send you a link, right? When they send you a link, that is the link you're going to use to log in. Make it as a favorite. So we're going to go ahead and log in. So we're going to take some of the examples that have already been made. First of all, if you are in the US, you're going to pick the US. Okay, so we know what our client wants, and this is part of the understanding your client part, because one of the questions that you should know is, are you deposit ready, right? Why is that important? Because there may be an amazing price that your client just don't have at this moment that they're going to lose, like an extra $200 off or something small like that, but they just don't have that deposit. If you want to finance them for just that, you can, because this tells you the purchase amount has to be at least $150 and no more than $15,000. Yes, they can have multiple applications. We'll get into that later. So starting off, you know that your client is deposit ready, but they've learned that their budget is $3,000, but they only can really afford $2,500. You're going to pick everything that you're going to pay for. So let's assume you're taking a cruise, right? If you're taking a cruise and you are purchasing something separate from that cruise, like a car rental to get there, or they're also going to finance their Viator excursions that Kiara talked about. And they're also going to finance the flight the day before to get to Miami before they leave. And they're also going to need to sleep in a hotel. So let's just say their cruise, their rental car, their flight, their lodging, and all their excursions, they want you to handle all of it. And that total cost is $3,000, and they only have $2,500. You're going to pick everything that you're financing this for. You're going to pick these answers. We're going to say Carnival. You're going to choose which one it is. We're just going to say Dream. And you're going to enter the amount they're financing. Remember, if they are paying $2,500, you can either choose to finance the $500. Excuse me. Now, if you're doing the $500, you're only going to cover that for what that's going to cover. So let's just say the $500 covers the flight. Then all you have to do it for is the flight. But let's just say for this example, they're financing the whole $3,000. You're going to enter that amount. This is going to give you an estimate of what your client can expect to pay. This is not factoring in their credit risk. So this is just to give them a roundabout pricing, right? So it tells you that they're going to pay about $140 today, and they're going to be able to finance this over 24 months if they are approved. Yes, there are finance charges, but here is the kicker. There is no penalty for paying it sooner. So let's just say your client says, listen, I can do the $3,000. I just need 2 more months to get the rest of that difference. Perfect. They can finance all of it, and they can use that money that they had to pay it. And in 2 months, they can pay it off, and they will remove all of that finance charging because it's been paid off. So there is no penalty to do that. So it's not going to cost them this full financing charge. It's going to be drastically different if they're paying just a portion of that. Okay. So the next part is the trip must have a booking window of at least 11 days. So you cannot do this a week out. They have to be at least 11 days out in order to do this. So we're just going to pick, it's already doing it for us. So it's telling us June 10th is the earliest that we can do it. And then we can pick, let's say they're doing on a week cruise. Now, this is the amount of travelers. You may have 2 people in the room, but only one person is financing. You may have 2 friends in the room, and they're both going to finance on their own. So it just depends on how it's going to be, right? So for this one, it's going to be a couple taking this trip, and that's it. The borrower's name, this is important. Sometimes parents will gift their kids wedding gifts, graduation gifts. So they'll say a birthday gift for their child for a cruise where they want to pay for it, but they're not going to be listed on the itinerary, right? So this is where this comes into play. They want to know, is the borrower, which is the person that you are entering the personal information for, the person that is going to pay for this, Are they traveling? If they are not, the answer is no. The system is gonna make you enter the borrower's information here, traveler 1 and traveler 2 and their date of birth. So their itinerary is gonna be for these people, but this person is gonna get the bill. All right, but I'm gonna go back to this because we're gonna say this couple is traveling together. One of them is paying for it. The wife, the husband, the girlfriend, the cousin, it doesn't matter. You're gonna put their name here. Please text message them. Don't do the email. And they have to have a cell phone number, FYI. So if you have an older person that just doesn't have a number, they have to have a cell phone number. You'll see that in the certification. But I wouldn't email. You're literally gonna click send the application. Guys, this is the whole process for applying for it. It's not anything difficult. It's not anything challenging. It's literally reading and taking your time. Here are some notes over here that you can read during that time. And you can click to learn about the application. Here is the key. You have to already be ready to make this payment to do this. And I'm going to show you why. I'm going to share my screen and show you some examples. So this is not something that you pre-approve them for and say, hey, let me see if you qualify for $3,000. And if you qualify, then I'll go ahead and start your booking. No, 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 no. They need to know what they're going to pay. And I'm going to tell you why. The card expires. It is a virtual card that they receive. So I hope y'all. So this is an example. This is what your client is going to get when they get a text message right here on the left. It's going to be a link that they click. So as you can see, there is no personal information that you are personally getting from the client at this point. All right. So they are going to, they're going to get this link. They're going to click on the link and the link is going to show you the email, the phone number. If you need to resend it, let's just say they want to do a different amount since they heard that since they saw it was only going to be 138, they want to do a different amount, you can. So this is the screen that you have to be on as an agent. And in red, it says, do not leave this screen. This application process happens immediately between you and the client. So this is going to change as the client is progressing. And this is what they're going to see. All right, this is in my way. I tried to hide this. Okay. This is the first one. The second one. This is the second screen. They're going to see, hi, are you ready for your rate? They're going to enter their own address. You don't have to walk them through this. I'm just showing you what they're going to see and they're going to show you what. Now you won't see what they're entering. You're just going to see the screen that they're on. And it's telling you your client is filling out the application. So you know whether or not they're progressing. You don't have to, I would be on the phone with them. Like I wouldn't just be like, oh, fill this out. Like just be on the phone and just have them do it through it so that you, just in case they get stuck, but it really shouldn't. It's really self-explanatory. Then this is the application decision. Once they enter that, they're going to choose how many months that they want to pay based upon what Uplift provided them. They're going to enter their debit card. You cannot have like a Cash App card. It has to be an actual Visa MasterCard, not just the logo, but attached to a true banking account. That is very important. This is not just a prepaid that you can put money on. It has to be linked to an actual account. And they're going to tell you your client is approved. If the client is not approved, it's literally going to say client is not approved. Like you can't get it confused, right? So it's going to tell you your client is pre-approved and has their personalized offer. At this point, they can stop, right? They can stop and say, okay, I don't want to move forward, but I know I'm approved. And if you want to go back later on when they're done, you can do that. But once they make that decision, they're going to go ahead and hit and pull that information. So just FYI. This tells you that they are reviewing the loan. So this is where they get to see their truth in lending disclosure. So they get to see their credit report. They're agreeing to borrow this. It gives them different amounts. It tells them the annual percentage rate, the finance charge, the total amount of payments, how often it's going to be paid, what's the amount, what's needed today. All of that is on their end. And you're going to see client is making a decision. All right. And let's see. Last one, the total is different because I had to use a different screenshot. But this is what it looks like. When you're here, it's going to tell you, do not close this screen without completing the transaction because you are going to lose it. Copy and paste this complete transaction is now, like I said, the price change because I had to use it, but assume it says 3,000. And it tells you can use this multiple charges. What does that mean? That means you can go to the airline and book that flight. That means you can go to Viator and put that virtual credit card in the checkout system. That means you can go to Carnival at checkout and put that card in it and pay for it. And all of those totals should be the 3,000. So this is going to show the client's name or the borrower's name, because that may not be the traveler. It's going to give the address that's matched on file, whatever they put. It's going to give the type of card. It's going to give you an actual card number. You can click this little button here to copy and paste if you want to. It's going to give you an expiration date, a security code, and a zip code. At that point, you have to enter the confirmation number. So it says, after immediately charging the Uplift virtual card, please provide the supplier confirmation number. That's your booking number, wherever you booked, whether you booked through Expedia, whether you booked through Marriott directly and put your IATA number in, it doesn't matter. It's going to be there. You can add more confirmation numbers. So your first one is here, hit add if you have more. Remember all the things that we checked off over here? Oh, well, I think I already know. Well, I think I'm past that one. But all the things that we checked up here, that is what you're putting confirmations for. So now if you use the supplier like Vacation Express, not Vacation, like Vax, and you did the hotel, the flight, and the car rental in one thing, then you can just choose package because that's a package deal. And then you can put that one confirmation because they're all together. But if you actually went to the airline, actually went to the hotel, actually went to the cruise line all separately, then yes, you would have to put them in there all separately. But you would enter that information, go from there, and once you're done, that's it. You are done. There's nothing else to do. It went through. You'll have your confirmation number, and you'll be good to go from there. Let me think if there's anything else I forgot to mention. I think that's pretty much the gist of it. The real details, y'all are gonna have to take the certification so that you can know what states qualify, what states don't qualify, age limits. I think Canada is probably a different age limit. But the key part is you have to use this as an agent logged in, meaning I'll use Expedia. Expedia and Expedia Tap are two different things. Expedia is for the public. It's what you used to use before you became a professional. Expedia Tap is what we log in to get our commission. If you are on public Expedia trying to use your Uplift agent credentials, you're not going to get commission for that. So you need to be logged into your Expedia Tap where your commission is visible and using it as the checkout. If we did, like some vendors like Virgin Voyages, they have Uplift built in it that agents can use. Vax has it already built in. So if it's built in, you're fine. But if it's not built in, don't think you can't use it. So you can be at Hilton.com logged in under an agent where you put your IATA and code and check out with that virtual card. The system doesn't know that it's not a physical card. They have validated that information. So for something like Vax, when you check out, it literally says right under it monthly, right? When you click on that monthly, it's going to move you to Uplift. Now, if for some reason you have an issue logging in, just use the regular Uplift, but you'll know if they use it. So like Vacation Express, they don't have that there, but you can use it because you can finance it outside of that. So I think that's my time. But I think that's all I could think of. Yeah. So don't let, and you can make this as a part of your questionnaire, right? When she talked about using forms, you can literally ask, do you need financing? And you can put in parentheses, soft credit pull. Or do you need a payment plan? Must be paid before trip departure. Like you can separate that as questions. So you have all of that beforehand. That's part of my questionnaire because that tells me what my options are, right? If I know they're not deposit ready, or I know they need to be financed, it gives me an idea of where I need to go because different vendors require different things. So guys, I am going to move myself out of the way and I'm going to bring to you 3-star director, Miss Kiana Butler, who has helped over 1,000 individuals get their businesses started. Guys, she is top 1% of the income earners in this organization of over like 113,000 people right now. She has like 4 businesses. She's a mom of 3, a husband. She's an ambassador in training. She just do everything, basically. Most importantly, she is a sapphire ring wearer, which means she got money, y'all. She makes 6 figures. She documented. Kiana Butler, do I have you on the line?
I am on the line. Can you hear me loud and clear? CB, okay? Hey, y'all.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
First
ma'am.
of all, y'all drop them flames in the chat. This has been so informative. I picked a great bunch of ladies to come on here and just lay down this information today. So I'm super excited and appreciative of them for taking time out and just donating to the big team, donating their time, shall I say, to the big team to come give y'all little gems, okay? So I'm super excited about that. And we're gonna do our best to do this once a month at the end of the month. One is gonna help with retention, right? So we have been having to boot people off who are on credit holds. So just want to let y'all know, to remind you to make sure that you have your business active. You are out of compliance if you are on this call and you don't have your overhead paid up. And this is something that we're going to start doing because we want it to be a benefit for people who are here to work their business and to help people make some money. Because I was just telling my team today, like, if you've been here over 30 days and you ain't making money, something ain't right. Let's schedule some time and see what's going on, because in your first 30 days, you should have booked something, right? Or had helped somebody so that you can get a check. Right. So that's what we are all about, making sure y'all are getting your investment, right? A return on your investment, shall I say. Okay. So, you ain't got no business till you make a profit. Just saying. Okay. So let's get to booking. Okay. That's why we're doing this for y'all. And I hope y'all are getting some gems from this information on today. Okay. So today I am actually going to talk about group travel. Right. It's so much to group travel, but today I'm going to talk about collecting payments for groups as well. Okay. So one of the things that I did when I first came in, I focus mostly on groups, as Ms. Mia said, right? I do nonprofit fundraising as well as retreats. I do more of that kind of thing. So my audience is more of entrepreneurs. And I have a lot of entrepreneur friends who do conferences, workshops, who have nonprofit organizations just like I do. And that's what I mainly do. But I do other stuff too. So I do a lot of group travel. So when it comes to group travel, okay, ma'am, you got to sit over there. Sorry, y'all, my kids. One sleep, one up. But but when it comes to collecting payments of group, y'all, I don't have Travel Joy, never used it. I don't have intelespark, never used it. Y'all know what I use? Excel. Right? So I track my people free, like on Excel. And I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all that it's easier, because it's more tedious, to be honest, because you're doing more work than you would if you had Travel Joy or intelespark, just to be honest. But if you got patience like I do, and it's free, you ain't got the budget yet, you can do that. Okay. So I want to actually share my screen and just share some old ones that I did. And I think my most recent one is up here too. So first, let me just show y'all, like, this is not what I was trying to show y'all. All right, so this right here is one that I did for the cruise next month, right? For Jamaica. Y'all know the Dream Team cruise is happening next month. So for those of y'all that are going, I chose to sell the cruise, the cabins, for this cruise, so that people can have an opportunity to book, right? So here we go, right? And all I did here, I use Cognito Forms, just in case you're not familiar what this is. It's Cognito Forms. I build all my forms in Cognito Forms. I pay about $10 a month. I pay $10 because I can get a signature, and I've been using this since like 2019. So I just never changed it because that's what I'm used to. I think intelespark is about $10 or something like that. I don't even think it's that expensive. So if you wanted to go that route, you could. But this is just something I've always done since I started. All right, so Cognito Forms is a software that I use to create these forms and things for my clients to fill out for authorization and whatnot. And I just add all the different things to it as well, so that people can fill it out. When it comes to cruises, y'all, some of the things that I like to make sure I include, one is gratuities, taxes, making sure that they don't want that, or if they want to add insurance, right? Flights, if they wanted to add flights to their bookings or whatever the case could be. I put all that on here, all the way to the beverage program, the cancellation policy, all of that, so that they can have the information they need to be able to make their decisions, right? And of course, if I see something out of place, then I just, contact my client and let them know, hey, I noticed you filled out this form, but you did not fill out this part, or you wasn't clear on this part. And Cognito Forms, what I love is that I could send it back to them and they can edit it. And then they can send it back to me. After they complete it, it'll notify me that they updated their form, and I can go in and do what I need to do. So like I said, it has a signature here. I use the signature because it's very important when you're authorizing payment that you have the signature. And I pretty much took the statement that's on the IntelliTravel authorization form that we have also in our back office. I saw Tamira earlier told y'all about the customer profile, where the authorization form is on that same page, so that you all can utilize it for your clients as well. Okay. And it also stores it digitally for me, so I don't have to create a Google Drive or print them out and put them on a folder or whatever the case may be, because it's already inside of Cognito Forms and I don't have to do a filing system. I am not a paper person. I am very digital when it comes to my business. So if I can digitize it, I will. Okay. So I just want to show y'all that, but this is what I did to have them fill that out. And then I would create a form. I actually would export this form from Cognito Forms to my Excel. Okay. So it comes out just like this. And this is just standard information. You can have as much or as little information as you want. And I just pretty much exported everything that was in here. And then what I put here, they selected their room that they wanted and all of that, right? And then I just come in here and I might create another column and put paid, right? Or put what they need to pay, what the due dates are, right? So if the first payment is, what's the day? 29. Oh, it's not June, it's May 20th. May 29th, right? And their first deposit is $50, right? Then I'm gonna go down the line and I'm gonna put, if they pay, and this is how I keep up with them. Then I'll put the next payment is this, right? It might be August 1st, right? 2024. And then the next one might be whatever. You keep going, whatever the deposit is. So cruises usually, it defaults to $25 a person, but I always do 50 to make sure it's covered for the bottom line number that you have to have covered when you're doing group cruises, especially if you're reserving cabins. That's a whole nother class. Okay. You're not doing that tonight because that's a whole class by itself. But you want to make sure that you keep up with that with the Excel. So like I said, it's a little more hands-on work, but for those of y'all who are starting off on a budget and you are watching your pockets, trying not to spend too much money all at one time in the beginning, this is a great way to be able to do it. Another one that I did, my most recent one is a wedding, and it was about 13 rooms. Let me see if I can find, I think I put wedding. Let's see. Parnell wedding, here we go. Right, and I just pretty much kept up, here go my payments. So I already knew, and I color coded everybody. I copied and pasted this out of VAX, and I just kept their name, what their reservation number is, what their flights is, right? And the deposit was applied, all of that on here. And I just kept it on a spreadsheet. So this kept me together. And what I also did was whoever the host of the event was, she also had access. I made a folder on Google Drive right here for her. I called it Parnell Wedding. And she had access to everything in here so that she can look at it, see who's paying on her wedding, see who hasn't paid on the wedding, see, because she was making calls for me too. If people weren't making their deposits and stuff, she was calling people. So she was actually helping me. I ain't had to call nobody. She was calling everybody because she knew who they were to ask them, hey, just need to make sure you're still going, whatever, right? Because she had already gave me a list of people and their email addresses to send an email to. So that's how I flow with this. And I just wanted to show y'all how I did it, right? This right here, it looks just like Vex. I just pulled this right out of Vex, and it told me exactly what their rooms were, how many we had reserved, and all of that good stuff when it comes to that. So so those of you who don't want to pay the money for Travel Joy or IntelliSpark, the free way to do it is to use Excel. And that's all I use for that. Okay, it's just Excel, and that's how I keep up with everything. Okay. As far as payments, and somebody might ask this, I don't know, I'm not looking in the chat, but somebody might wonder like, well, dang, how you remember to remind people about their payments? I use my calendar. Okay, I use my calendar. One thing I do, y'all, I look at my calendar pretty much every day. So I'm putting in my calendar, send a reminder, send a reminder, send a reminder. And I may put it on my phone calendar too, because my phone calendar, I could set it to alert me so that I can remember to send out that email blast to them. But I also have business email. I can schedule emails out to go out to everybody as well. So that makes it easier for me too. So like if you have Google Business, Google Suite, the business plan, you can schedule your emails to go out to everybody at one time. And so you can do that, but the alternative is just to put it in your calendar and say, hey, remind wedding party of this, whatever the case may be. And that's what I did. And it went through with a breeze. I think on this group cruise, I only had one person who was giving me a hard time, but she was an older lady. And I just ended up having the host talk to her and submitted proof of how she was coming at me in the email because it was pretty much unacceptable. But the good thing is I never had to talk to her. That communication, I turned it to the host because I told her I can't deal with people like this. This is not how I work. This is not how I operate, right? So she fixed it. It was done. But that's how I deal with my group. So I use Excel. She had access. I take the payments, put reminders in, okay? Keita Mason, what she does Invoice Simple. It's an app. I don't know how much the app is before y'all call me. But I did download it so I can show y'all. I think in the beginning, when I first started this business, I was using it too because I went to a training of Keita's. And one of the things that she said was that she used an app called Invoice Simple. And it has it's an orange box with look like a little white check mark. I'm gonna see if y'all can see it. Y'all see this right here? Can y'all see that? It looks like that. This is the one she used. This is the exact one that she uses. Okay. And let me share my phone screen right quick so I can show y'all. Turn my face off so I can get my phone. Can y'all see my phone screen? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see my phone screen. Uh-oh. Where did it go? Oh, y'all can see it? Oh, I can't even see it.
We see something that says movie recording.
Okay, hold on. All right. I think I had clicked off of it. Hold on.
Make sure all them inappropriate pictures are not exposed, Kiwi.
Oh yeah, no. I'm good on that end. Look, don't start nothing. Don't start nothing. Oh Lord, QuickTime Player is frozen. It's Monique's fault because she started this. All right, so I was trying to share my screen, y'all, but it looks like QuickTime Player is frozen. Hold on, let me force quit it and see if it'll let me go back in it right quick before I be like, no. Y'all don't be laughing at me. Let's see here. No, I'm not fooling you. Let me see. Let's see if we can get this right. Yeah, I think something's wrong with QuickTime. Okay, well, I was gonna show y'all, but I think QuickTime Player is not acting right now. It's spinning. So, but I was going to walk y'all through what it looks like with the invoice simple. But what I'll do is, I'll find a YouTube video that'll show you how to do it for those of y'all who want to do it. But I think it's a charge for it. So honestly, you can just do like I told y'all to do and just do Excel. But if you want to check out Invoice Simple, what it does pretty much is, Keita, what she does, she sends each individual on a trip an invoice. What that invoice does, the app does, it does send a reminder to you, so that you can remember that when people payments are due. But you can also email them straight from the Invoice Simple app. It sends it straight to their email, let you know that they opened the invoice. And what it usually have on there, it shows like what their total is for their trip. And then it'll put what their deposit amount is too. So it's like a receipt for them, another receipt for them, right? So that they can see and track what all they paid on the payment, on the booking, as well as how much they owe. But you do not collect the money through there, okay? It's an option to do that, but you don't want to do that. You still want to do your authorization form and process it on the supplier website. Does that make sense, y'all? Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. That's if you want to use the app. I never use the Invoice Simple app. I use Excel, my authorization form, and the actual supplier that I'm booking it through, okay? And that's the free way, y'all. That's the free, but it's a little more work, okay? It's a little more work, but it's for the free. Thank you, Mia. Other than that, y'all, today, let me go really quickly. I want to show y'all agent rates, and then we'll go into Q&A at 9. I know Mia has to go, but let me get to agent rates. How many of y'all know how to use your agent rates? Put me in the chat. Let me see who always be gone. Let me see. I know Monique do. No, okay. Well, this is a good one for y'all to pay attention to. Can everybody see my screen? Y'all see Vacation Express up here, IntelliTravel, and all of this? Just want to make sure. Okay, y'all use them. Okay, I see y'all. Y'all see my IntelliTravel screen? Okay, perfect. I see Felicia. Okay, cool. Let me log in. It's probably gonna send me a code. Let me see. Hold on. I don't know my stuff. Oh yeah, I have it right. All right, let me do this. All right, so first one I want to show y'all is the perks that's already inside of IntelliTravel website. A lot of people don't click around their website, so they don't know this even exists. So I highly recommend y'all to click around on your websites, get familiar with what you have, because it's a lot of stuff in here, okay? Right here where it says My Agency, you're gonna go right here where it says Agent Only Fams. You're gonna click there, and you can read this stuff right here, but it tells you pretty much what the rules are. And then this is always updated and it always changes. You can come on here and see what fam trips are on here. Just in case y'all did not know, this does qualify you for a vacation builder certification when you go on these fam trips. Just in case y'all did not know, if you're looking to get the certification for vacation builder, you can go on a fam trip and that does satisfy that as well. So it tells you about the pricing, what's all included. Vacation Express fam trips too. They have some here. I was going to go to Vacation Express and show y'all a couple of things too, but you can just click here and it'll tell you the fam trips there. Some of the fam trips, like for Vacation Express back in the day, you ain't used to have to do a booking in order to go, but a lot of them you have to at least have booked with them within a certain period. So a lot of them are like that. So make sure you do read. Okay. Once, twice, love. I don't know what that means, but y'all can come on here and read this stuff. But I just want to show y'all that you can come on here and see what's on here that you can take advantage of, so that you can take, be able to go see these different places. I highly encourage y'all to travel at least 2 times a year, using your perks, because it's going to help you, 1, get content. 2, if you do it right, people are going to want to book wherever you at, right? And it also, it's just attraction marketing for your business. showing that you are a travel professional in the industry and you're being a product of your product. Okay. So that's one way you can look at your fam stuff, right? The next way I wanted to show y'all is Vacation Express. I'm already logged in, might log back out because it's been a minute. If you come right here under agent benefits in Vacation Express, they have different programs that you can take advantage of when it comes to agent benefits, as well as those different fam trips and things that they have to offer. Make sure you're on their email list, which you should be if you're registered with them. They send FAMs through the emails too that you can apply for. And they're deeply discounted. I was able to go to Cancun through Vacation Express for $299, y'all. That included my flight. And my luggage was only $25 round trip. Okay, so it was a really exclusive rate. I took one of my homegirls with me, and she ended up signing up for the business while on the trip because of the benefits and what the conversations were like when she was listening and ear hustling, listening to the travel agents on the bus talk about the different discounts that they were getting, like MGM and so many others. There's so many, y'all, that we have. I'm not gonna be able to go through all of them, but I wanted to go over the main places that you can go find them. So check these out on Vacation Express as well, okay? Then you have one of my favorites, Staff Voyage Travel, y'all. Go register for them. If you've never heard of them, you definitely wanna go ahead and get you in an account. And I'm gonna show you why really quickly, right? They have deeply discounted resorts. Flights are not included in this, just so y'all know, okay? I want to make sure y'all know this, that flights are not included, but they have different kinds here. They have the travel industry employees, right? That's us. And then they have travel industry employees and friends and family accompanied. So they have some where you can take your friends and family. They have some if you want to go with a bunch of other travel agents, right? So you want to make sure you check those out. 2 different rates, 2 different types. So sometimes you want to take your family on a trip with you. You can do that, but you need to come over here, okay? But just for the point of this training, let me not say training, just the point of showing y'all this agent rates here, I want to make sure that I'm showing y'all some of these things. So if you've never been to Mexico, as soon as you get your passport, listen, you might want to come over here and see these Mexico deals starting at $35 a night. Okay, so I'm just telling y'all, like, it's real lit over here. Because you're a merchant in this industry, travel can definitely be affordable for you. You just need to take advantage of what you invested in. Get out there, especially my people who be like, I can't find any clients. And this is, honestly, you probably have not worked hard enough for you to get your clients, but wouldn't it look amazing if you were on vacation and they don't even know what you paid for it, but you out here living your best life? This is why most of us that really been in this business for a long time, we always gone. This is why, y'all, because we always using our benefits. We don't know about y'all, but we be gone in the air, and that makes people want to come be partner with us. They want to book their travel with us. They want to see what we're doing, how we doing it. And y'all, honestly, I didn't even have a passport before this business. I never have been out the country before this business. So yes, this business has opened my eyes to what I'm able to go see. And because of that, y'all, my friends, my family were hitting me up, asking me, what the heck am I doing now? They thought I had some new job and I had got rich all of a sudden because I was out here traveling, okay? Like always in the air, okay? But I'm just telling y'all, travel can definitely be affordable when you're in the business, okay? Very, very important for y'all to see. Jamaica, $75. Y'all, 30. How many of y'all ain't never been here but always wanted to go? Look at this. Start at $39. Y'all, stop sleeping on your business, y'all. Have an amazing time. Live grand, live luxe, and not pay luxe pricing. Nobody will never know you out here living your luxe life on a budget, okay? As a travel business owner, okay? So I just wanted to show y'all that too. Even some resorts in Dubai as well, y'all, okay? And speaking of Dubai, Culture Holidays is amazing, y'all. My team, we're actually planning our team trip to Dubai for next year, in May, and we're going to do it through Culture Holidays. I love Culture Holidays because they actually do tours. You get to do a bunch of activities, all included. The resorts are amazing, 4 or 5-star resorts. for you to stay at while you're there. My sister was able to go. She actually met the little salt man. The little salt man, y'all know who I'm talking about? He got a restaurant out there. You know, he got the 14 karat gold, 10 karat gold steaks and stuff. I don't know the man's name. Y'all probably know. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Do the little sprinkle thing with his little fingers. Wait a way. He got a restaurant in Miami. He got a restaurant. That's it. He got a restaurant in Dubai too. Well, they actually took a picture with him because they end up eating at his restaurant while they was there. So it's a lot of things. Culture holidays will let you add to it as well. But I love the most about culture holidays is that even though you might be traveling with a bunch of travel agents or whatever the case may be, you can sell these trips too and make commission off of it. Culture holidays, just in case y'all don't know, when you book your trip through culture holidays, even if it's just you and you want to do it at the discounted rate, the travel agent rate, y'all, you actually get commission on your own booking too, even the discounted rate. Okay, so just in case you did not know that, yes, I said flights are not included. I said that first. Okay, so please don't be getting too hyped about these prices and think flights in here because it ain't, y'all. Sorry. But let me tell you how you can make your flight affordable, right? How you can get your flight for free. Y'all want me to tell y'all real quick? This ain't got nothing to do with training. I mean, with the class. I keep saying training. Y'all want me to tell y'all how you can do your flight for free, get your flight for free though? Because Dubai is gonna cost about $1,500 to go to Dubai. Maybe you might be able to find it a little cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Because this is 5 days, 4 nights. What you need to do is sell it. Okay. So look, y'all, our price is $627 to go to Dubai 5 days. Right? Deposit is only $100. But look at this. You get all this stuff with it. You get the cruise, the buffet, the transfers, another dinner. You get breakfast daily. You get the city tour, all taxes included, and they tell you what all you do. But y'all, you can upsell this trip. And how you do that is it's going to tell you, you select which category you want. It tells you what's included, what's not, 2 extra nights or whatever. And then you come down here and pick your dates. And you could come and see. So let's say you're going this Saturday right here, right? So you're going to click on this. It says here, $627 is your price. Your guest will pay $1137. You earn on your own travel, right? $94 for double, $148 for agent. But the guests, y'all look, commission $200, the markup is $200. You actually earn $400 per person. Tell me how many people y'all need to get on this trip with y'all so y'all flight can be free. Do a little math. If the flight about, let's say $1,200 for the flight round trip Dubai, depending on where you leaving from, because I'm definitely leaving from JFK, because I'm definitely not leaving from Atlanta to go to Dubai. Okay, so but you only need a couple of people to go with you, right? 3 or 4 people, and your flight is paid for. Okay, so that's how you do it, and that's how you got to look at it when it comes to this business. Give yourself goals and targets so that when you're selling these trips, you like, shoot, I'm about to get my flight for free. Let me see who I can get to come on this trip with me. Okay. And that's how I think when I'm booking travel, especially with groups. And if I want to go too, let me figure out how I'm about to get here because I need it paid for, right? So that's how you can do it. So culture holidays is a good one. That's for, pretty much anything, y'all. And that's why you want to make sure you're adding things to the itinerary for them. You might have this culture holidays, but culture holidays is amazing. Let's say you wanted to do the dinner in the sky, or you wanted to go to Salt Bay restaurant or whatever. You can let them know and they'll tell you the best thing to do. And they'll even add it to your itinerary if you want everybody to go. That's going to make your commission go up even more. Okay. So I just wanted to show y'all that as well. Then you have our go-to spoiled agent. Some of y'all probably already know about spoiled agent. This is another discounted place where you can come in and see what kind of deals are happening. This one is subscription based, but you don't, I think you can still see them without the subscription, if I'm not mistaken, right here. But what I usually tell people is that go and look at them and then call or contact the actual resort and get the pricing from there. Okay. So you can come on here and see the agent rates and what they have going on at that time so that you can get that information. And the same thing for fam travel for me, y'all. A lot of people like to go to the Caribbean. I come on this site sometimes and I come see what the special offers are. And you can actually contact the actual resort instead of going through them, because they're going to make you pay $25, $50, something like that, $25 a year. I can't remember. But you can just actually reach out to the resort and get this same information on how to book from them. Okay. Because you have to, for them, you have to contact them for them to give you the information. But all you got to do is contact the actual resort. Y'all, we have so many agent rates, Sando, Finisteria. There's Oasis. There's so many others that we actually get amazing discounts for. Orlando, just in case if y'all have not done the Orlando University, I highly recommend y'all to do that, because if you fly Spirit Airlines, after you do that university, you don't never got to pay for a bag again. Okay. Because you get a free carry-on or a free check bag with Spirit Airlines. Okay. And I love that. We used to fly with Spirit round trip for $75 back in 2019. Then Spirit cut it off. But anywhere, y'all, anywhere. And that's anywhere, as long as the flights are available. We used to be able to do that, but not anymore. And it's all good, but we do got the free luggage. So that's neither here or there. All right. So I hope this has been helpful for y'all at this time. If you have questions, go ahead and raise your hand at this time so we can get your questions answered. Come off of thank you. I see the hands. Y'all ain't playing tonight. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Is it Katina? Katina? Can you unmute?
Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Hey, thank y'all. This was a great training. But when you just mentioned about the free bag, and I think I've heard someone say that before about the free bag on Spirit. I know I did the training, but when I go to say a book on Spirit, how do I show? I guess. What do I do in order to get the bag?
Yeah, free? And it actually explains it to you on the website. Hold on, let me pull it up, because it actually explains on your website. You send them an email and you send them. I usually send them a screenshot of my flight itinerary. And I send them my certificate, because they have to see the certificate. Okay. And that's it. And I tell them, please add a carry-on bag, or please add a check-on bag to my flight. They reply back, bag added. That's it.
Okay. Is there a certain amount of time ahead of the time of the flight?
Yep,
you have
2 weeks.
To have that done?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank
and
you.
that is on that website for the benefits of completing the Orlando University. It's a bunch of benefits on there, y'all, like hotels, parks. So go check it out if y'all haven't. Okay. And there's a lady on YouTube that walked through the training and give you all the answers. She'd like do the test with you. I'm just saying. I can't remember the lady's name. I think I just Googled, because I don't be feel like y'all listen, y'all be think I do a lot, but I'm gonna find a way to make life easier for me. And I found that Orlando training on YouTube. I always go to YouTube and see if somebody did the training before I do it. And I get the answers from them. Fast forward. Okay. Click. That's what I be doing. Just let y'all know. Just saying. Yeah. Y'all be laughing. I'm dead serious. Angela, go ahead.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Hey.
The only question I have is I want to catch the recording. Where do I find it?
It'll be posted in Dream Team Network at the top. The one from last month is still there as well.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Shonda, you had a question?
I do. Okay, so for the Uplift, for mine is only showing just for cruises and travel insurance. It doesn't give me the option to do packages and everything else. Is
You
there something
chose
special?
USA?
I'm sorry?
You chose the United States for the country?
Yes.
And you got that link directly from them from completing your certification?
Yes.
I will send them a screenshot And so it's not there at all, or you can't select it.
Can I share my screen so you can see?
I don't know if it allows you. I don't know if you have to be a host to do it. Kiana, does she have the
Oh, okay.
ability to do that? If it's down there, you can do it.
Okay, hold on one
She
second.
will have to be co-host. I apologize. I had to go see what my child was doing.
Yeah, and I can't make you co-host. Oh, there you go. You're co-host now, so you should be able to share the screen.
Okay, one sec. One second. Can you see my screen?
That's interesting.
Might be
Yeah.
a glitch in the
Go out and
system.
log back in.
Okay.
Yeah, I see agents, so I can see you on the right one. No, I see it. I will send them a screenshot.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Because even at the
Look,
bottom, it says your purchase is eligible for 0%. Go to the top. Is
look
that
at the top. It has
yeah,
that
that's
Go
for
CCL.
Go
It's for
CCL.
cruises.
That's why. You're not in the official one for us.
Yeah.
Ours should say IntelliTravel. Yours is for Go CCL, so for Carnival.
Okay.
I would go through the channel that I showed you at the beginning, clicking on the link under preferred partners and going through that route too, because I don't know if their certification is different. So yeah, you would have to double check. So yours should say IntelliTravel.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll try that and see.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Looks like the last question. All right, I think that was it. Well, we appreciate everybody for hopping on tonight. I hope everybody got something from this. Thank y'all so much. Tamara Lewis, Monique Burns, Mia Thomas, Kiera Holiday as well. Thank y'all so much for being on here. Anybody have anything they need to say? We good? All right. Well, thank y'all so much. The recording will be dropped inside of the group on tomorrow. As soon as it finished processing, I'll make sure it get posted. I hope this was helpful, that y'all learned something. Next month, come back with some testimonies for us, okay? Come back with some testimonies. Let us know how y'all been taking this information and applying it to your business, all right? Don't just be sitting on here to be cute now. We need y'all to go execute, okay? All right, that's the kind of cute we want, execution, okay? I just made it up. But that's all right. Y'all have a good night. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Coach.
Good night, Coach.